It's Transformers96 here with another rare review. This time it is a Thor the Dark World review of Kurse. So here you go. So of course the Thor Dark World comes out in the United States tomorrow. Very much looking forward to it. And you will have another Thor the Dark World review tomorrow if all goes to plan. So yes. So here we go. So here obviously we've got Kurse. Same packaging as like the Dark Elves and any of the other figures in the series. You've got Loki, a different Thor, there's Kurse, and a small bio, and this is a bio about Kurse, which is nice. Very looking forward to seeing him betrayed on film tomorrow. So yes, so here is the guy himself. Of course, this is like somebody who sacrificed his kind of like life to, I don't know why, but like to turn into this weird monster. I think that's what I think it is about. And yeah, so very nice. Also, please don't put any spoilers about the movie in the comments until maybe a week after it comes out or so, because you know, it's been out for like a week in other countries. So yeah, so here he is. So very nice. Let's just go over the face. Very cool. He looks really good. I really like all the paint. Of course, the his skin is kind of like gray, but then you get some red highlights in it and some like yellow, and then like he's got these like bones sticking out of him, and the bones are kind of like painted gray and like a bonish color, which is very strange. So I don't know. The paint varies very much between figure to figure with Kurse. So if there are more on the shelves, highly recommend that you take a look at all of them and pick the one that you like the best, because there's some with barely any paint on the horns and some with a lot. I liked the lot of paint on the horns. I think that they look better like that, so that's why I got this one. But there were some with barely any paint on the horns. So it's really, I don't think that there's one that's right over the others, but it's just mostly personal choice. So I recommend that you check them all out. Look at this. Love the painting, and especially the sculpting on the body. Got that kind of cracked look, almost like a rock that's been cracked. Really nice. Absolutely love it. Quite beautiful. Very cool. Then you've got his kind of garb on, whatever you want to call this, with some more grenades. I'm assuming these are grenades on his belt, and then his legs. His legs are very reminiscent of the Destroyers, just because it looks like this is kind of designed after the Destroyer. The legs, at least from the toy. So I'll show that in a second. I love the hands here. Look at that. Fantastic. And then his other hand. Of course, he does have one hand used for holding his one accessory, which is a grenade. Really cool. Typically with a bigger figure like this, now that Hasbro is really cutting back, you wouldn't have gotten an accessory, but they did give you this accessory. It doesn't do anything, no big gimmick or anything. It's just a grenade, which is really nice. Of course, this new Thor toy line doesn't have any goofy gimmicks, which is quite wonderful. So I absolutely love the sculpt. Whoa. Let's just do a little comparison with the Destroyer. The reason I said that I think that the legs are really close is just the design. I know that the Destroyer has spikes and stuff, but just the design with the lines through the legs and everything is very similar. So it just kind of looks like that, and then you've got the feet that look very much similar. So I have a feeling Hasbro definitely looked at their old Destroyer figure when designing this Kurse. They're close to the same height. Destroyer is just a bit taller, and from what I've seen with the trailer of the Dark World, I think that the Destroyer definitely should be taller. Of course, this one is not in scale, but hey, the Kurse, that does show that Kurse is taller than most, because you know the Destroyer is quite tall for a 3¼ figure. Going over articulation, he's got a ball jointed head, which is really nice, and you can pop it off, which I really like, because you can kind of like, for poses, you can stand it like this, or just like kind of barely put it on. So then look at that. So you can get him to look up way far. I love that. Hasbro has done that with some of the other, like Abomination and Rhino, where you can pop their heads off and then just kind of barely put them on exactly where you want them to look, so that they'll have like a higher looking, have a higher look to them, which is really nice. But that just pops right back on like this. So originally this is as far up as you can go. So very nice. So ball jointed head, which works pretty nice and has that little trick to make it go even further. You've got ball hinge shoulders, hinge swivel elbows, no wrist, no waist. He's got ball hinge thighs with a thigh swivel, but it's very hindered by this garment here. This leg moves a little bit more, but not by that much. He's got hinge swivel knees and no ankle. So overall he has Avenger style articulation, which is not bad. And and the reason that they gave him that type of articulation, because some of the other figures from this wave have better articulation, is because he's quite large. Like, you know, the other two figures I have from this series are the Dark Elf and Thor, and they have both considerably more articulation than this guy, so it's mostly just his size. I absolutely love the open hand. Looks so cool. So I'm very looking forward to seeing Kurse, but without seeing him from the movie, this one is a really nice representation from what I can tell so far. Here's the other figures from this series I have. As you can see, he seems to be in pretty good scale. He might need to be a bit bigger, but, you know, it works great for the toys. Even if it's not 100% accurate, it works great for the toys, and he really does look good with the Dark Elves. So yes, so I would highly recommend this figure to any Dark World fan, or just Thor fan in general, because it looks like a very cool, interesting character, and the toy is just really nice, really great representation. So yeah, so I really hope that they do a second wave with Malekith, but for now, Kurse and the Dark Elves are the only villains we have, but this Kurse is very nice. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching.